Testing 1, 2. There we go. Why Ellsworth? Why? Why Ellsworth? Why? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to One Wrestling and One Wrestling Video right here on the One Wrestling Video YouTube channel. We're going to talk everything and anything pertaining to WWE TLC 2016. The SmackDown Live exclusive pay-per-view is now officially in the books, and we've got all sorts of coverage, news, results, crazy, epic, amazing pay-per-view, to say the least. Hello, everybody. Once again, my name is Connor, a.k.o. Kayfabe, your official SmackDown Live video correspondent for OneWrestling.com, and of course, One Wrestling Video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and make sure to share this video to the world, and leave us know your comments down below, or if you're joining us live here on the channel, and let us know what you guys think of TLC. What you guys think of TLC? What you guys think of the matches? Everything, craziness, chaos, in sorts. I mean, the pay-per-view just wrapped up not too long ago, and there's still a lot of things to take in, a lot of things to just wrap my head around, to take into consideration, just kind of understand. And what a match, what a match, what a pay-per-view, what an event. Tables, ladders, and chairs is officially in the books. Again, we encourage you guys to also give the love and spread the love to the entire OneWrestling.com family. All the links for everyone. Sunday Segue, Big Ray, of course, PW Hustle, the Big Slam Nation, of course, the legendary, the iconic Mr. Bill Apter, everyone, including yours truly, down in the description box below. So make sure you give them the love where love is due. Okay, guys, we're going to do our best to kind of just quickly break things down here. We don't want to spend too much of your time. I know it's late. It's Sunday night, but there's a lot of stuff that I definitely want to talk about. The opening contest was for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. We had Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton of the new Wyatt family taking on Heath Slater and Rhino for those SmackDown Tag Team titles. I kind of assumed, honestly, that this matchup would open the show, given the fact that this was the match that had the least amount of build, at least at the time. Now, granted, this matchup was much better than I expected it to be, and also what was very interesting was just how close the Wyatt family really was. Now, obviously, Randy Orton has recently joined the Wyatt family and joined Bray Wyatt. As far as we're all kind of speculating, when's this powder keg going to erupt? When's this going to blow? When will Randy Orton turn on Bray Wyatt? Well, ultimately, we've seen Randy Orton also make a lot of sacrifices for Bray Wyatt lately, and he's done that twice in this matchup, helping the Wyatt family ultimately get the win. But the more interesting note that I just want to throw out there as well, too, is that Luke Harper actually took a gore for Randy Orton. Luke Harper being someone who was kind of, I don't know, betting, kind of like just a little tension between himself and Randy Orton as of late, as far as being the pet favorite, I guess you could say, of the Eater of Worlds. What more interesting, the fact as well, too, is that you saw after the matchup, you saw once they were holding up the victorious tag team championships, that Luke Harper was actually physically holding the titles. Sort of kind of alluding to the fact that maybe possibly we might see the Freebird rule be enacted with Luke Harper getting thrown in the mix, much like how the New Day currently defends the Raw Tag Team Championships. I thought this matchup was a good way to start the entire pay-per-view, but again, I encourage you guys, let me know what you think in the comments section below. We had a no disqualification match. Carmella going one-on-one against Nikki Bella. These two just tore each other apart. Oh dear goodness. They used kendo sticks, which was just vicious, and a fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher was used for, but I digress. Carmella and Nikki Bella really tore it up and really ultimately made this the culmination of the rivalry they've had since almost SummerSlam. Hard to believe that, folks, right? Like only a few weeks shy of SummerSlam. I think actually it was the SmackDown after SummerSlam, now that I think about it, where Carmella attacked Nikki Bella, turning heel, and when this whole calamity began. We saw Carmella. Honestly, my money was on Carmella on this one. I thought Carmella was going to finally get the ultimate win over Nikki Bella, but alas, it was not the Queen of Staten Island's night. Carmella ultimately losing, defeated by Nikki Bella after hitting the Rack Attack 2.0 after using a fire extinguisher and some brutal kendo stick shots. But here's a couple things I did want to mention as well, too. First and foremost, after the matchup, Carmella said, "You think this justifies and validates everything that happened to you at Survivor Series when you were attacked before a 5-on-5 match at Survivor Series?" I don't think so, girl. I'm sorry, I had to do that. It's under my contract. But Carmella said, "I know exactly who attacked you backstage. That is, of course, your best friend from Total Divas, Natalya." Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Please tell me the owner of Two Paws did not attack Nikki Bella. Oh my goodness. Of course, later on, Natalya denied this in an interview, but it's very interesting to think, why would she lie? I sense some brouhaha going between Natalya and Nikki Bella in the near future. Also, it was just very interesting that, of course, you saw the black eye. You saw the black eye being from Carmella. I wasn't a big fan of, personally, when she was dancing her way into the ring. I thought that, with someone who has received a black eye, wouldn't be dancing. I'd be looking to make a beeline right to basically attack whoever was the first person who did that to me. So anyway, bear with me, folks. I'm just checking the live feed right now, just making sure we are all up on the hunky-dory right now. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to us live right now as we're going to go over the results of tables, ladders, and chairs. We got Flo Slayman 2 saying hi, and Teddy Hart, WWE needs to sign Jay Lethal. Very interesting little comment there. Now, moving on to a very tough one to call, which was my favorite matchup of the evening. And it's a very tough call, but I'm going to definitely go with the ladder match between The Miz and Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, why did I love this matchup so much? Why was this matchup so good? Why was this matchup so amazing? The reason is because I personally believe that this was one of my favorite ladder matches of all time, to be honest with you. Not just because of the caliber of the performers that were in this matchup. Miz and Dolph Ziggler have tore it up multiple times. You've seen my reviews on SmackDown Rebound and from No Mercy and from the other times they've fought in the past. It's not just that. What I loved about this was the psychology of this matchup in the terms of they didn't just always fight they didn't just randomly start climbing the ladder and just kept going to the ladder over and over and over again. Every single time they climbed the ladder, it meant something. There were just beautiful spots. The figure 4 in the ladder where Dolph was doing Miz doing a power bomb, Dolph doing trying to do a super kick but not able to do it. I mean, it was just great, fantastic storytelling in this matchup. I honestly thought Maurice was going to get involved in this matchup in multiple ways. But ultimately, she stayed and stayed completely biased and impartial. And that's the one thing about this match I also truly enjoyed as well, too. Miz ultimately retaining the Intercontinental Championship after a low blow on top of the ladder, sending Dolph Ziggler down to the ground. The Miz would cut a fantastic, beautiful promo, basically saying how he is a winner. This is what he's doing. You can't keep him down. I'm paraphrasing here, obviously. Just go watch it. Just trust me and go watch that match. Fantastic. But the reason I say that matchup was hard to follow was because the match up right after it was almost, in my opinion, just as good. Surprisingly, the chairs match between Baron Corbin and Kalisto was just as fantastic. Now, the only reason I say this is because, well, let's face it, folks, chairs matches haven't been necessarily the most stellar or eye-appealing matches when it comes to TLC history. Now, granted, we've only had a few, I think, chair matches in the past. I think maybe 4 or 5, if I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I mean, this is, I think, the 6th TLC pay-per-view we've had. But granted, this chairs match was fantastic. Baron Corbin looked amazing. Kalisto doing all sorts of crazy spots. And the real cool part was they were very creative. Again, much like the ladder match, they were creative in the way they used the weapons and utilized them in the matchup. So it wasn't just chair shot and chair shot and chair shot. You saw like a bed of chairs being made. You saw chairs set up, chairs utilized as weapons. It was uniqueness. It was creativity. It was difference. And it really showcased both men. I was rooting for Baron Corbin on this one, and by golly, I finally got a win on this one. Baron Corbin ultimately winning over Kalisto. And as I'm watching Talking Smack right now in the background, as I'm actually recording this with you guys, I overhear Baron Corbin basically thinking that he now should have himself catapulted into the main event scene, which is very interesting to see exactly what Baron Corbin going to do after this monumental win over Kalisto. Of course, I encourage you guys, let me know what you guys think down in those comment section below. Again, hit me over on the Twitter or anywhere else as well too. Let me know what you guys thought of that. Where do you think Baron Corbin's going to go from here? Okay, real fast. We're moving on to the SmackDown Women's Championship match, tables matchup. A lot of surprises in this one. There was a lot of intriguing moments, a lot of near moments where you thought one of them was going to go through a table. But ultimately, I was actually surprised at the way that the match ended. Not the fact that Alexa Bliss won. First and foremost, I am very happy and very intrigued that Alexa Bliss is now your new SmackDown Women's Champion. I'm very happy for that. And ultimately, I think it's just because the matchup was so like, and then almost out of nowhere, a powerbomb from Alexa Bliss to Becky Lynch from outside the ring through a table that was left outside. is what ultimately cost Becky Lynch the SmackDown Women's Championship. I think it's one of those things because of the fact that the table was set up so far in advance that we kind of almost forgot about it. They played around with it for a little bit, but you didn't really remember that it was there. And then when they utilized it back again, all over again. So Alexa Bliss winning the SmackDown Women's Championship. I'm personally a huge fan of this. I think it's a smart move because now Becky has to chase for that championship again. And you have to remember too, they can always make the claim that Alexa Bliss has still yet to pin or submit Becky Lynch. I'm thinking maybe a submission match in Royal Rumble. My ultimate guess is that we're going to see a rematch at the Royal Rumble, but there is over a month and a half until the next time SmackDown makes it on pay-per-view. So who knows? We'll see. And of course, now, guys, the main event that everyone is talking about. Of course, I'm talking about the tables, ladders, and chairs match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It's hard for me to sit here and argue with you guys that I think that AJ Styles is definitely on top of his game. I think that and not to discredit Dean Ambrose either, I think these two absolutely tore the house down. They did all sorts of crazy spots, innovative moments. AJ Styles, though, had some absolute insane, just crazy, like, I don't know. It's hard for me to put into words, to be honest with you guys. It's really hard for me to put into words. AJ just did a phenomenal job, no pun intended, of just being able to contort his body and just do these crazy things and just insane spots, doing like the spiral tap, off the top rope through a table that Dean was on. It was just insanity. It was craziness, but loved everything about it. AJ, though, retaining the WWE Championship, and of course, this is the thing that everybody's talking about. Of course, when you have AJ Styles, when you have Dean Ambrose, you, of course, have James Ellsworth. As James Ellsworth looked to be pretty much on the verge of helping Dean Ambrose win back the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, he shocked the world. He ended up pushing Dean Ambrose off of the ladder through the series of tables outside the ring and ultimately allowing AJ Styles to climb back up and retrieve the championship. I have no idea what's going on. I have no earthly idea why this happened, what exactly is going on, the craziness that all this ensued. So, of course, the big question on everybody's mind now is, why, James, or why, Ellsworth? Why? It was just a tragedy, a horrible, like, just injustice, or a chin justice. Okay, I went on a stretch on that one, so I apologize. It's a bit of a stretch, but I mean, for those of you who stuck with me, thank you. I mean, overall, this TLC pay-per-view was fantastic. I really thoroughly enjoyed this, and it really makes me curious to see exactly what's going to happen on SmackDown this coming Tuesday. We're heading into the Royal Rumble, one of the biggest pay-per-views, and definitely WWE is putting all their focus and forefront on this year's Rumble. I think this one's going to be one of, if not the most important Royal Rumble in history, at least in recent history as far as that goes. So I'm very curious to see what direction they go. Plus, don't forget, folks, James Ellsworth does have a WWE World Championship match still available to him, and there's been I'm gonna take a guess and say that maybe we won't see it happen at the Royal Rumble, but perhaps maybe a SmackDown before, maybe even a Christmas special, who knows. But going back to TLC real fast before I wrap things up here, TLC I thought was a very solid show, very well done. I think that the no disqualification match could have had a little bit more craziness involved, but then again, when you have a pay-per-view that has craziness from the top to the bottom, it's kind of hard to pull off uniqueness when it comes to that end. I thought the ladders match was definitely the hands-down match of the night, although the chairs match and the TLC match are just a scooch underneath that as well, too. Tables matchup, as far as the result goes, I'm very happy with that. We have two new champions. We have Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt as the tag team champions. Of course, Alexa Bliss as the SmackDown Women's Champion. Miz and AJ Styles retaining their respective championships. Definitely got to hand it to SmackDown on this one, of course, the blue brand. Not that I'm biased or anything. Once again, I think kicking a lot of major tail as far as being as far as putting together pay-per-views. Loved Backlash, loved No Mercy, and I'm loving TLC as well, too. I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. I know this is going to be kind of a short mini review here, but I just wanted to kind of, just do a come on here with you guys live real quick and just kind of just give you guys my brief thoughts as far as what I thought of TLC. I thought it was a fantastic show. I'm just going to throw in things right here and just take a look at the comment section. Steve True, competition always makes everyone's better. Very true. Let's see here. Fantastic. All right, then. All right, guys. Thank you guys again for watching. Appreciate the continued love and support. Make sure you guys, again, if you guys are new here to One Wrestling Video, make sure you do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video to the world. And, of course, let us know what you guys thought of TLC in the comment section right here down below. Again, over at the social media as well, too. Thank you guys again for watching. Appreciate the continued love and support here. Make sure you tune in for the Raw review this coming Monday. And, of course, the SmackDown Rebound coming this Tuesday. Thank you guys again for watching. Take care. And to quote the legendary, the iconic Mr. Bill Apter, we will see you at the matches.